right then, let's get into it, shall we? EG with the CT side open at 9Z here on Nuke, gonna take to the T side. And already looking to get off to a rip-roaring start. They're moving fast in through the lobby. Now, Maui said a lot of default and they come out of 9Z, right? He said that's where maybe they've fallen down versus EG in times gone by. This pistol round is a slow starter, right? One where they're trying to get this info going into the dual Berettas. We're trying to signal a bit of a ramp hit here, but the dualies on Breezy have disrupted it. David in with the response. Now they start to hit the go button out towards Hut into this A-bomb site, spilling over. 9Z are moving in.
Yeah, there's a nade ready from Hex. Is going to go in, do some good damage to David, but we still got to see a retake with no kit here from EG. Already, DGT dropping down the vent on a big flank to come through outside, but he's got to go quick. It's a triple heaven drop. EG are all going to fall in together. David moves around, trying to dodge behind the site. They're running him down. Cirque comes in through main. He's split into pieces, and the flank might be too late as well. They find Cirque.
They're on the bomb.
Already happening. 10 seconds right in front. They've got body block, they've got cover, and there's nothing to do but die. DGT can't do it, and even though the kills come through, it's EG with a pistol round. 10 seconds.
Yeah, moments like that, they get stressful, you know, up on the stage. Can't hear a damn thing. You're not really believing in the stick either, especially not when it's 10 seconds. If anything, it makes it more deceptive. As you kind of get past the 5-second mark, you're of the belief, okay, surely they're not actually on the bomb still. Surely it's a bit of a tap, trying to bait peaks, and it couldn't be further from the truth.
I mean, the stage is definitely a factor. You wonder if DGT just ran the whole way. Would it even have been heard, right? It is getting loud out here early in the morning, 11 a.m. Crowd showing out in full force. Wouldn't want anything less. But EG are here to silence them, here to upset them. The South Americans did have trouble yesterday after all. Will today be more of the same? Deegs out. Max is creeping and crawling. Cirque has that secret cross. This is something that let EG down occasionally in that early game yesterday against IHC, often not having that info on the players down secret. But wow, what a shot. Max finds Cirque. There's still a rifle here, but David's dropped it.
That's more like it. The Deagle's coming alive. A little 3v3 as Breezy equalizes on his lobby push.
Yoink.
Gun's now getting retrieved. Gonna get his digits all over them. Onto the A1S now. Looking to move in through main. The Deagles have been good to get you this far, but how much further can they take you? Breezy gets that spot. Knows that 9Z was set up. Looking to get in towards this A site. That's the A1S now removed. The Deagles started it. The Deagles are going to have to end it. And instead, it's the FAMAS to lay them to waste. 4 in the round from Breezy on the FAMAS. And that there is the equalizer. The conversion found for EG.
Yeah, this is a really big game for EG to try and take, right? They've had, 2 games coming in as favorites, right, relatively. And, considering this team has had woes, has had troubles, has not been a good last couple of years for them, to have 2 out of your 3 games be favorites is a great feeling. And we've seen Cirque perform as well. He may have been the first to get deeked out in this round, but he showed up yesterday on Nuke in a big way. Him and neaLaN, huge parts of that win over IHC after going down 7-0.
Yeah, I think you got to give credit to the team as well. The kind of they called attack pause at 7-0 down. From that point on, they went on to win every single round left in the half. So that is a great showing, from the support staff there as well for EG. All right, DGT opens this one up. Hex with a bit of lobby aggro. Oh, he's punished. He's shut down. This attempt at the bonus round here for EG. Not the start they wanted. They're going to have to play the hand they're dealt here. 2 players down towards low at 2 left over on this upper side of the map. But right now, it's A that's very, very vulnerable. 9Z not looking ahead that way just yet. EG have got the majority of players down here lower, but right as neaLaN looks to move through the vents, he's just missed that timing. And it's Max to open up. Now they start to pick up the pace. Now they look to get in to this B side of the map. Automatic at ramp. What can you even expect him to do here? This might just have to be a save for EG.
DGT hasn't moved a muscle as well. He's the anti-save. EG are not even attempting this round, but they might not hold on to guns. Massive kill for Breezy just to stay alive in this round. Cirque can try and go and get that A1S as well, but 9Z have converted their first. They picked up their first buy round. EG, it's not a bad call by any means. Definitely the safer option. 3-on-5 back into lower, and they didn't even know for sure that DGT was still in lobby. Gonna have to get out with their guns, force round it in the next. But 9Z, hey, they brushed off their worries after yesterday, right? The opener was appalling. They really got shredded by Gamer Legion. Definitely been a team that we need to hold to a higher standard. They've really been taking scalps as well, over Vitality included. So yeah, 9Z fell there pretty heavy-handedly, but they woke up against Imperial. Not an easy team to take down here in Rio, and they got their revenge. So maybe less worries today.
Yeah, you know, I mean, it kind of felt like that first game maybe stifled by, you know, the kind of emotion of it all, you know, how hard it hits, the pressure. Yeah, it is very intense. And I don't really think a lot of people were expecting it to be so hot right out of the gate, you know?
I wasn't.
And so, you know, maybe there was that adjustment period, but it does feel like we're starting to get a more typical look at them now.
Huge deep molly from EG out of blue boxes as well. Look at that smoke. They tried to bounce it for first to red, and it's gone out. So it's not going to help them on this cross. They still will do it dry. It's just very risky, and EG could get that info. There's the wall coming down. 9Z going to cross, and as I mentioned earlier, this was a constant problem yesterday in terms of those rotations. Who's dropping down vent? Do we already have a lower player? Do EG have those fixes? Right now, Hext will just make it down in time, but he's not really armed for the job. Even one kill would be good here. He's going to try and anchor down in the B site.
Yeah, set up over towards decom, but as you pointed out, the MP9 far from ideal in this position. He's going to just tuck tail, get out of there, plays the info game. Once he's got that spot, once he's got the info, he looked to just get out and stay alive, but David's found him. neaLaN's out on an island, and my word, 9Z, they've blown the doors off down in this B-bomb site. And EG Ascent packing.
Yeah.
No chance to play into that round, man. It goes from bad to worse in the blink of an eye. Hext, you know, just trying to maneuver himself into a good space for the MP9. But it's a little overzealous to go back into decon like that.
That felt like inexperience. That felt like indecision, right? One moment he's trying to get the info, next he's trying to commit to B, then he realizes they've opened double doors and he's stuck on an island. And yeah, okay, it looks silly going back through decon, but he knows they're going to open the door on him if he doesn't do it to them. So it was a lose-lose. He wanted the info. He also wanted to get back to the rafters, a position we saw him in a lot of rounds yesterday. We've got stuck between a rock and a hard place, and 9Z batter their way through to find two. EG a save that they didn't call, but was called against them. Couple of rifles held onto, but they won't have a lot behind it.
All right then, little timeout now. We kind of mentioned how impactful these TAC timeouts were for EG. Chance to mull this one over. I mean, since the rifles have come out, 9Z, they've really kind of exploded onto the scene. God, just the atmosphere in here, it is incredible,
It's nice to be in the building this time.
Getting to listen to it from outside was quite cool the other day, but yeah, it hits different when you're here. And it definitely hits different when you're up there on the stage itself. All right, right back in now after that little timeout. Let's see what EG have come up with. I imagine the bulk of the discussion was about the follow-up round, but here they've still got a bit riding on it, right? One of these rifles taken out immediately. Not what you wanted if you're an EG fan, but for 9Z, run belongs to them. It's a clean nade, it's a clean opener, and they're moving in virtually uncontested. Now all the big threats have been dealt with. Both the rifles are gone. And so just two USPs left to get past. It's a walk in the park.
Crystal clean silent drop from Cirque, but it matters not in this round. And EG chose to run the same setup they had in pistol, right, which completely caught 9Z off guard. neaLaN deeper ramp baiting for automatic close with a rifle, but as soon as 9Z see that baiting player, they hard swing ramp. They clear him out. So yeah, one rifle gets nothing. Breezy goes 1-for-1 in the lobby. It's an easy round for 9Z. They've just got to punch the numbers in. Hext is here at B, but they check him. Nice spot. Not the most common one to clear, but Max is aware. And that's the round. 3-2. 9Z in control right now, but EG's money starting to build back up after that eco round. Gonna need Zerg to come in hot with that AWP immediately, won't we?
Yeah, I mean, it's kind of always been something for EG that I feel like especially on Nuke as well, Zerg is normally the kind of catalyst for a game to start to turn around, right? He can so often be that guy to put up the first few rounds to really get the ball rolling. And it's in games where he doesn't. It's in games where he goes quiet. They're the ones that you really get worried in. Fast A play here. Complete change of pace. neaLaN are already in the bomb site. Running it down. Hexed up on top of Hut. Has dropped the bomb and goes on to double down. Buda, with the trade, has brought this one back into a 2v3. Digit going down the vents. Whoa, no. That's a leg from the AWP. And so he's out of there. His teammate dead with the bomb. And DGT's left running for the hills. EG with a response.
No way he's saving already. That's mad. They've got so much money. I'm surprised to see that call. Maybe he's hoping they come towards him and going to re-aggress later in the round. But yeah, this is an awkward one. I love how Zerg even chased that once he got the leg. He went right back up the vent to hunt the kill. And he knows he legged him as well. A save at 1 minute. You don't see that every day, especially not with such a wealth of economy. I would have really loved to see DGT just go for this and try and find some damage, take a gun out of the round. But at least this gives you a chance to breathe, and also without wasting a tactical pause, you can chat about that next round, right? You can get set up. A little A-rush that went smoothly for a moment, a 1-to-1, but Hex held solid on top of the Hut. And when you go for those quick A-pops, you need that on-the-fly Hut roof molly. The only issue with it is it's going to take a player out of the rush. It's going to force someone to dedicate to T-roof to throw that utility almost every time. neaLaN wanted everyone at the party. But the candles blown out by EG, and we've already got a game, Harry, neck and neck.
Yeah, very reassuring, though, that you're able to put a stop to that. You know, I like it from neaLaN, throwing in a bit of like a Hail Mary play like that, you know. I think it's a really good time to have done it as well. You know, the kind of idea there is if you're able to just completely tear through this one, wreck them, get ahead in terms of the money, and then let them know that, you know, yeah, we are capable of just running this fast upper hit on you. It really does get in the head of your opponent. So I think it's big that you've kind of removed that from the toolkit of neaLaN early on.
And it's also something EG learned their lesson yesterday, right? IHC got away with so many of those top hits. And actually, I've got to say,
even vent drops,
they were pretty dry, those rounds. They had like 2 mollies on the push and a main smoke, so it was pretty dry XX, but they worked for the beginning at least. Mollies come in. neaLaN are doing the same thing. They're just delaying it by a second. Smoke on the Molotov. Out the door. Max is blind. Hex needs that double again, but he's getting spammed through the Hut at the same time. Back at the site, Breezy needs to anchor down.
Breezy's giving us a big game right now, though. He is the man for the job. neaLaN wrapping lobby and automatic swinging out from behind the CT vent. Gonna light up neaLaN. And so EG find themselves back up in the lead. This is where now for neaLaN, you've tried these back-to-back fast top hits.
Yeah.
They clearly have an idea. They clearly have something they think they can break apart here. But do you want to fall to temptation? Do you want to keep running those back? Like you say, IHC might have had success with it yesterday, but it's starting to feel like a very different tune now.
Yeah, Zach's calling in a timeout as well. Going to chat this one over. Probably calling these rushes off. You know, neaLaN may have wanted to call EG's bluff that they wouldn't do it twice, but they certainly won't do it thrice, Harry. Got to see some more smoke walls, some more defaulty rounds. Trying to use the pace, trying to break that money early so they can get the freebie round to 2-for-1s. But EG now, after a couple of clean holds, have built up their own bank. Circ on the AWP.
And on the other side, I think it's important to mention NQZ bringing one out as well, right? So this is the pace change. This is what we're about to get. They've had some time to talk about it in the timeout. So let's see what they've cooked up.
It's certainly a big day for these South American teams. Imperial, 0-0 Nation, both facing elimination later on if they can't stand tall. The neaLaN, at least they sit with a 1-1 scoreline for the moment. They've got a bit of breathing room. Warp going up heaven for Circ. Again, the util comes in 8, just in case. EG aren't going to make that mistake, and while talking mistakes, ooh, smokes don't bloom as they should. Maybe Molotov's in the way perhaps for EG. That one looked like it just bounced far too deep. Or maybe the molly they threw onto red was too shallow. It was supposed to bloom upon it, but it double bounced all the way into secret. That's already cooled this one off. A rough round that neaLaN now have to call on the fly. They're going to try and move on this main ramp, but if they go further to hell, Cirque is sat in the lockers scoped. He don't miss these. Oh, but he does miss the timing.
Yeah, right. Might not miss the shot, but timing's a whole different thing. There we go. Right back in. Collateral from the AWP, but Buda's still alive here, still kicking. Low on health, but in with a chance. He does have the bomb on his back, and that might have to mean this aggression tapers off somewhat.
They just climbed up ladder. Breezy's on T-roof. No one has a clue. Cirque's reaggressed on ramp in the meantime, and DGT is missing every single timing.
He's in like a grey area. He's in the grey zone. Oh, it's Cirque. Blows him out the water. DGT's gone.
What on earth is this
This
round?
is so wild, man. A round of weird timings, weird moments. And I mean, you've got Breezy up on top side. You've got Hex starting to take Garage away. 9Z, they're going to have players walking into their crosshairs if they hang around. But still, how are you meant to play back into it? Yeah, it is this save.
A combat save, though. You are in enemy territory.
They've traded places, Hugo.
Who's CT? I can't remember. What a weird round. I can't believe EG even just sneak up on the roof. That's just a testament to how Breezy's feeling right now. He is on silo, and he knows that this AWP is in back garage, so he might even risk hunting for it. It's a very risky play, but with risk comes reward, and he won't take it. Rather build his own finances. 5-3 now. EG looking good on this CT side. And as said, even though we talk about the trepidation with that IHC game yesterday, you have to also frame it that EG got 8 rounds on CT side in a row once they figured it out, once they had that timeout. So we know they can do it. And they're absolutely fine with letting 9Z bungle their money and get no loss bonus as the rounds build up for Evil Geniuses. Orbs still remain. Cirque hangs around heaven again. I have enjoyed how the variety of outside control that EG has shown in these couple of Nuke games already, right? Cirque is very mobile every round, playing hell, crossing to a back garage, sometimes dropping secret. This time it's automatic, he's gone down the vent, and finally the smoke wall actually does bloom correctly. 9Z can make it down, but it's already being contained.
Yeah, Automatics even dropped the smoke here just to really try and take the momentum out of it. You know, you don't really, you've seen the smokes, but you don't know if anyone's crossed with them yet. You don't know if this is all a bit of a ruse. However, Automatic does seem convinced, lobbing in all this utility.
Yeah, he's just stalling the entire round, buying so much time.
neaLaN's even here as well. A little bit more to bring to the table. They can play off of each other now, have this little bait and switch setup down towards the double doors. So if 9Z do keep playing into this B site, they will have to contest with this.
Oh, neaLaN, the timing, he's going to re-aggress. He gets a kill. Even if he gets traded here, it's going to sell Automatic's position as he finds 2 more and the bomb gets dropped. Massive double up. EG push. As soon as 9Z feel comfortable, feel like the utils run out, okay, 20 seconds, our time to go, that's when EG force the fight. A very aggressive play, but again wins the round and forces another combat save. 9Z keep getting real estate outside, but it is so by design with how passive Cirque is being. He's fine playing that ramp room, he's fine rotating, and even though it almost let EG down yesterday with the amount of heaven wrap score got away with, it's something that 9Z haven't really even attempted so far. They might lose guns after time. Oh, that's good. That's good for DGT. Doesn't hurt Automatic all too much to make that play, but it could have been a disaster if DGT died as well.
Yeah, I want to see a little bit more out of these garage players, if I'm being honest, man. I think in these last couple of rounds, we've had NQZ find his way over towards garage with that AWP. He, a lot of the time, just kind of gets stuck there.
Yeah.
It feels a bit null and void. You're almost wondering, why is the AWP there if it doesn't have this chance to play into the round? I think, you know, it's very, very tempting to give teams outside if they don't do anything with the space. And if you're able to shut down the other avenues like these secret pushes, you are onto a winner. EG are in a really good spot right now. neaLaN needs to finally do something with all this outside space. And for that, they're going to need a fight to go their way. Automatic is on an island right now. He's climbing up into the heavens, but the timings have been missed.
Oh, no!
What?
He's stuck on the railing. He actually couldn't move out after the shot. Awkward positioning there for NQZ. Automatic tries to get two from it. He won't be able to. That's now gun gifted as Buda climbs up the ladder of the heaven, but he's got the bomb on his back, Harry. This could be very, very awkward. You don't want to lose it here, of all places, so he will just tuck in and wait for the kills to come to him. They will.
I know, I'm so nervous.
Oh,
yeah, Breezy's seen him. Breezy just saw that. And that wasn't just any info. That was the info that the bomb is coming heaven. You know you can win the damn round right now.
Oh.
Swinging out. Max is going to trade it. That is a huge recovery. Now the bomb is back with David. He's got it on his back. He's safeguarding the round right now. It's still in with a chance to win it for neaLaN as long as that bomb stays alive and can make it down into the site.
Yeah, nice move from Hex to get into the lobby. He's not open to A. He's giving it up, but shut down is neaLaN, and Hex gets cleared as well. It's all come up neaLaN.
They traded places.
Flanking. He's missed the shot. That was his chance, and DGT does the dance of death in the site. Saved by the bell. neaLaN do it. I love that split. It felt like EG had near perfect positions to win that round. They knew exactly what was going on, but neaLaN collapse upon them. Thank goodness there was a second heaven player. Like said, that could have gone awfully wrong. And right now, this AWP is just posting up, scoping, and waiting for EG to get impatient. Right now, it's profiting.
I want to try and get outside again, and hell, man, with all the real estate you've been getting, with how consistently you've been getting it, go for it. Automatic is just, he's embracing the spam right now.
Yeah, I mean,
he hasn't moved a muscle. 25 points of health. One more bullet would have done it.
I like this round because you can see neaLaN's getting aggressive. They think it's a secret drop. They've already sent Hex down lower. If neaLaN's aggression punishes him, that opens up so much of the map. They could go A, they could run ramp to B. He's got to watch out. They are only just entering lobby now.
Look at this, they're right next to each other. Just one wall separating them. neaLaN, good for the first. Even a dink to David. But the trade is found. You've dealt with this lobby aggro. Starting to paint a picture now on neaLaN as to the responses, the protocols that EG have undertaken in this round.
They've even thrown a second wall of smokes outside as well, right? Now EG are really paranoid about lower. Lobby seemingly empty. It's not. They're going to go on a main split, I would imagine, in this round. It's too late to drop down secret. There's too much territory to clear. It's going to be that top site,
Breezy,
and now Automatic knows.
Breezy is in. Breezy's in pole position right here. They never saw him get to this position. They never saw him get to the back of door. And if you look at the minimap, it's the bomb coming through lobby. David shot in the back of the head, but the bomb's still alive. NQZ not spotted, but he does need help. Two players in the lobby, and Cirx dropped the bomb. This round is irrecoverable. 15 seconds. If neaLaN want to somehow win this, they need both lobby kills in an instant.
And even then, it might not be enough. Time ticking away. EG have already abandoned the situation, run back to spawn, and Cirx is holding on to that bomb. Max is saving again in the midst of the madness, and EG's aggression is perfect. Lobby pushers have been letting them down this game, but finally, it picks them up around. Breezy with a massive kill, and Cirx doubles down off of it. Getting a little bit too convoluted was that one for neaLaN. And even if, as long as those two players went in lobby together, it could have been so much better. There would have been trade potential, but they were just put into 1v1s. What a disaster for neaLaN. It was obvious when Hex, before Breezy had even seen a player in the lobby, was already trying to come back up the vent. They knew exactly what was going on. Too many cooks in the kitchen here for neaLaN, perhaps.
Yeah, and I mean, I was really curious as to how Buda was going to perform here. He gets promoted from neaLaN Academy into this squad, right? 19 years old. It's quite the undertaking. Some, big boots to fill with him coming in to replace Rox. So he had a lot in his play, and I think You know, the pressure's gotten to him in a couple of these occasions. Fast upper play. Max has been someone putting up numbers for neaLaN, trying to be that difference maker. Buda in with one of his own. Come on, son. Oh, up on the rafters. Breezy's brushed aside. neaLaN moving in as well. Gonna hold the line with a double, but neaLaN is in trouble. Calling for help. Cirque's gonna need to come in and give him a bit of assistance here. Flash goes in, but it's DGT with the frag. And now a 1v1, AWP in the hands of Cirque, but the USP's his best friend here. And there it is, from the heavens, an immediate fight taken straight away, wastes no time, and I love that from Cirque. While you've got the info, while the trail's still hot, he commits to a fight on a low HP DGT.
Yeah, there are some very confused moments in this map for neaLaN, like them getting stuck on walls like right there, or seemingly not being aware of where Cirque can come from. They're scared of Lobby, maybe a ramp flank. He has been going towards Hell a lot, but he's the Heaven player. He's the guy always sitting around these rafters.
That, he flashed for neaLaN. He lobbed a flash in through Heaven. That's why the peak came in the fashion that it did.
Dear oh dear. Yeah, this is... they're getting a bit cooked here. They're getting a bit scrambled, Harry. For EG, it's sunny side up. They even call a timeout after that one. It did get a bit hectic. There were definitely some scary moments for EG. Automatic spamming the smoke when Hut was not being covered. He just gets split after one kill. But Cirque saves the day, and it was all clutches yesterday on Nuke as well from EG, more so from neaLaN than anyone else. He's putting up some good damage. Every time neaLaN dies, I feel like he's doing 190 damage. You know, he's getting a kill and he's getting a dink. He's done that a couple of times now. Worthwhile. Set Cirque up for an easy shot. EG 8-4. We haven't seen much ramp room, but EG are just aware of that as neaLaN are. neaLaN set up, but they're running through the smoke.
Yeah, they're already out. They're already coming his way. But Cirque is here pretty quick on this rotate, taking up position in Hell, but he won't go fighting for ramp. Instead, he's just denying this wrap round, this ability to split the A-bomb site. Not going to hold on to this real estate and keep neaLaN contained. neaLaN has even called for a rotate down towards lower. Hext is here. neaLaN, what do you want to do now that you've got this space? neaLaN's re-aggroing into ramp. Are you prepared for this? Yes, they are. David's holding on for it. As neaLaN feeds the beast in the ramp room. That feeling of going back in just to try and see, just to have that little look in. Are they still playing for it? Are they still trying to contest this at ramp? And the answer is yes. Now it's given them that early man advantage.
It's such an in-game leader move, right? You really want that info. You really want to piece together what's happening, but pushing up ramp there alone with no util, with no help, it's just so many angles to clear it. A lot of it comes down to luck, and it's not going to favor him. Bomb planted Astralis. neaLaN, they may be on a low buy, but this is their best bet to convert a post plant. EG have saved in many of these positions. This is one they have to consider, but their money is on the line, and they're even being flanked. Late down the vent, denied. Cirque hits his shot, but the time is still ticking quick. They've got to go.
Yeah, put her up close, needs this kill. Breezy dead, flushed out by the point man. David as well up on top, but the Silo has to drop on in and is caught by the man in control room. Still, the trades are clean. It's looking good right now. Automatic out of ammo, and the USP's not his ally in moments like that.
What a hectic retake as well. But they just have so many positions, right? Even though that vent player gets denied, they've got double, they've got window, they're playing dark, they're up on ramp. EG just don't have the time nor the util to clear those spots. And the worst part about that for EG is that was their money. That was everything in the tank gone on a whim. 5 rounds given to neaLaN, but that is a swing round. That can change this half entirely. That can close this up 8-7. EG are gonna have to eco. They forced. I guess it would, you know, they have no loss bonus. It was 1,400. Even their buy in round 15 would have been whack. So double force buy back to back. But if they make this one work, it redeems them entirely. Breezy pushes Hut, gets a kill, and he's now armed as well. 2 rifles in this round. That's all neaLaN needed to win their last. The Academy player picked first.
Ooh.
I like this
The
boost.
Deagle jiggles is scary. NQZ, yeah, nice little boost up, try give him the angle. Even breaking the glass, trying to give this illusion that ramp's been conceded. If you're EG, you really want them to come ramp. You really want them to come into this double setup that you've constructed, right? Cirque up on the boost, and neaLaN supporting, acting as the bait. Instead, though, neaLaN look like they have other ideas here. Setting up for one of these A plays, it might be pretty contact. They don't look like they want to really long too much to telegraph this. And there's an opener from David. 4v4. Now they found the equalizer. Going to hold their ground for a moment longer before they look to make up their mind.
The slow defaulting is nice, right? Something that we expected from the desk, and you know, it's giving them kills, it's giving them chances, but they're going to run out of time here, Harry. And EG have no reason not to stack this top site. Everyone is here right now. They're getting run at. neaLaN double down with the deagle. The damage is there, spamming away, and suddenly it's only the orb on the roof. EG with their force buy, with their pistols, a gamble stack on that top site, and it completely shuts down neaLaN. Huge round to win, and NQZ has got to fight for the save. An AK loss, but more to be picked up at least. EG are laughing all the way to the bank. That was the chance to make this an 8-7. Now we're staring at a 10-5. Very different situation. But in fairness, there's just not really much neaLaN can rely on in this game. They haven't got any consistencies. Going down lower has let them down most of the time. The A hits were shut out early by EG. Only thing that's really worked is ramp, and they barely touched it.
I really want them to try and have NQZ be involved early, because right now I'm seeing players like David. Feels like he's taken buckets of initiative in terms of trying to get involved in these early fights, trying to create that space. But I really want that from the AWP. I really want to see it get involved, because when it gets into the mid-round, when it gets late, well, you barely see anything from it. Cirque and neaLaN both set up to quell this outside aggro from neaLaN, but a dead first. But to dedicate all these resources outside, you've had to make concessions, you've given up ramp, and this is something now that DGT's moved into. He's taken this real estate away.
neaLaN's a mad lad as well, but this position has changed. It's so huge, they have no idea. Cirque's been spotted. He doesn't even need to reface. neaLaN knows he's got that cross covered. Cirque's carrying ramp instead. This is a perfect position. neaLaN's got a free kill. There is no way David's going to check this. Easy shot. neaLaN backs up and buys more time. Now Cirque takes a fight, and they're just trading peaks one by one. neaLaN getting shattered, and it's only this orb yet again left out of the picture in Garage. Deja vu in this half for neaLaN.
On the upside, at least this time, he has to try it, but it doesn't make it any easier. That's a 10-5 half for EG. Lights out on the opener. Things are looking up for the EG squad. Can they do the good on it? Can they tie a bow on this one and take it over the line? We'll find out in a minute.
Hey Future Pros! Today I wanted to show you another method to take outside and find picks on the T side of Nuke. This execute will obstruct a lot of vision from the CTs and possibly force a warehouse player out into the open for a fairly easy pick. For this execute you will need 4 Future Pros along with 3 smokes, 2 mollies and 2 HEs. Future Pro 1, you'll be throwing the bottom hell window smoke. To throw this smoke, hop into this corner. Aim at the top of this pipe vent and slightly to the right of the line. Run forward and jumping through the smoke as you get close to the wall in front. Save your molly as you can use this to block off secret as you spend more time outside. Future Pro number 2, you only have a warehouse smoke to throw, so don't mess it up. To throw the warehouse smoke, look into the center of this wall. Aim at the bracket on the silo, then jump throw the smoke. After this, head into lobby and hold off any pushes. Future Pro number 3, you'll be throwing the A main smoke, mollying secret, and saving a HE for CT red. To throw your smoke, position yourself so half of this vent is cut off by the wall. Aim to the top of the cables, run forward and throw the smoke just before hitting the box. Then clear some close angles and hop onto this box. From here you can throw a molly to cover secret and hold the push. If you feel like it, throw your HE to CT red with Future Pro 4. Future Pro number 4, you'll be throwing the CT red molly along with a HE. To throw your molly, wait for the warehouse smoke to bloom, then make your way into this gap. Aim at the lower corner of the garage door and jump throw the molly. This will land behind CT red and possibly cause a counter-terrorist to rotate back towards the ladder area. After this, running throw your HE behind CT red as you could get some chip damage on the rotating player. Then have Future Pro 1 boost you behind T-Red, and if you're quick enough you should be able to catch any CT trying to get up from warehouse to ladder. And that's about it. This execute is a nice way to find a pick outside. If you have confidence in your aim, I have no doubt you should be able to catch CT player out.
Hut.
Lobby
Pushing
lurker.
in front of me.
Second lobby guy.
Guess he's on mini.
Dang, 1 HP, 1 HP. Bomb's down front hut. Not picked it up yet. Nice! My God, neaLaN. Right now, I swear to God.
South American stage woes continue, and the battering ram of Evil Geniuses breeze their way through that first half. 10-5 on the CT side, and now we go back into this second. Nuke, apparently a mainstay of the EG map pool. They've been all over it this tournament so far, and looking for their second W in a row on this one. Odds are in their favor.
Ooh, yeah, things are looking good here for EG. If they can stick the landing on a pistol round, man, they would be teed up to take this one pretty dominantly. Avid seems to think otherwise, getting involved with the dual Berettas, but it's Breezy replying back. Oh my goodness. DGT over at ramp has rid us of Cirque, leaving it all on neaLaN. He's up to his tricks with the window again, trying to show us he's in full control, but instead, DGT's the one to do it to him. And so a pistol round found for 9Z. Maybe that's the second win they needed, Hugo.
Yeah, someone's doing all the work he could on the T side, everything, every entry, every 5-on-4, but just couldn't get converted. Need these youngins to step up as well. Keep in mind, this is the third youngest team in the entire tournament. Got a 17-year-old and a 19-year-old. Major debutees. Pistols out now for EG. We've seen them win a force. This one shouldn't be anything of the sort. Just a deagle for Breezy. He has just been impeccable. Looking for that opening pick outside. 90 armed and deadly. Going for no info in yard at all. They've allowed that secret cross if it's ever going to come through. Eventually NQZ will keep an eye. But it's him v the Breezy Deeg. Does he hit it?
Oh, man! That looked uncomfortably easy for Breezy. Nah.
Put it on a t-shirt.
Hang on a moment. I'm scared of him now. I'm scared of him in this round. That is a crazy way to open it with the Deeg.
It's still the only gun.
Yeah, the one pistol. It's a hero gun. Going to get juggled around to the other Glock players. So it's really just about how much mileage can you get out of one Deagle. It's penny pinching here for EG. Maximum chaos, maximum impact, minimum investment. That's what they want from this. Hexter's missed this timing on the outside flank, but thankfully EG have made it down secret in time. So not going to get here to be involved will be Max. He's left out of pocket and a long way away. Down on the B side, DGT holds the line with 2. Out of ammo now, but the Deagle's been taken out of the round. And here's the rest of the gang moving in to save the day.
Got to die quick. 15 seconds. You don't want to hold on to Glock armor. Hex needs to run. They won't stall it, though. They'll just take the kill when it's presented. 9Z. No stone left unturned. They take that conversion. A must-win round, especially after that opening kill. But the trials and tribulations of this T side have just begun. EG are coming in with guns.
here's the real test, right? Bonus round as well. If you're able to pick this one up, suddenly I have a lot more faith in 9Z all over again. Bringing into it, you know, a couple of MP9s, having them try to work some of these closer angles. You can see that Max has taken his down towards Secret, and I like that idea, right? Free up a bit of, you know, get this info outside. You know that the odds are you're going to have a bit of a smoke wall dropped in. It's a bit of a go-to in rifle rounds to open up, try to set that precedent early on. And so now you've got an MP9 here to not only get the info, but it's a great spot for it. Still able to get involved with this weapon. Automatic here alone, while the rest of EG are left back in lobby, starting to explore their options over towards ramp, holding this default, waiting to see what the reaction is to those outside smokes.
Yeah, no one can move until Automatic's taken some space, right? He has to try and find this first fight before EG pop. They're going to move towards ramp soon, though. They jump across DGT. He's going to play a one-way. He's already called for support. Right. EG are making moves. Automatic is the insurance policy. I guess technically 9Z don't even know that he made it down for sure as numbers spill out ramp. Double kill comes through for 9Z. Automatic sending it down lower against the SMG. Neatest kill this round is kaput and put down by Max. Even though they take heaven control, it's a 2v4 out of nowhere for EG. This bomb is trapped lobby. There should be no way out, and Buda will make that so. Cirque, as good as he's been, this is not one for the ages. 20 seconds. Although...
He's moving out into the site, but with so little time left, Cirque, how are you meant to do this? Buda tagged on up, will go swinging out and will take the round away. 9Z with a bonus round in their pocket. Now one away from a tie game.
Yeah, that's crazy. I mean, that T side was honestly one of the worst T sides I've seen in a long time. They didn't know what to do in late rounds. They didn't know what to do in 4v4s. It seemed like they had all the ideas to open rounds. They just couldn't close them. Far more relieving to see them looking comfortable on the CT side. Yeah,
and you know, like you literally have one more rifle round between you and having this tied up. Like that's massive for 9Z. It really is. This one should come for free. This should be one that's destined to go your way. And they're working around another one of these little kind of bait and switch setups in at ramp to try and do the dirty to EG. And EG look interested in taking ramp away. They're about to play right into the hands of 9Z all over again.
Oh, the flash dodge, DGT sprays, he only gets one. Breezy's now got himself a gun, and that is not the man you want to arm. He's already deadly enough. Good shot from the AWP, but no kill. They're running down this AWP. Saved is the AWP by Max, and that AK that went deep has now been lost again. EG relying on pistols, and there's no way they're getting through this turn. 9Z just get to max and relax right now as the pressure's on EG to make a play. Hext having a very quiet game. He wasn't happy with his performances yesterday. Said he'd shake it off for the stage today. Currently having trouble, and it's only getting worse.
Yeah, first to fall on the attempt at the B here, and Buda. That's more like it. All right, 3 kills in the round. And the young gun's starting to warm into it.
Future major winner on the shoulders, perhaps. Got to get him on the game young, Harry.
It's the right way to do it.
Solid hold for Buda, right? We talked struggling players on Hext. He's also been, you know, the same on the other side. Very young, inexperienced player coming off of the academy team, as you said earlier, from 9Z. Something Hext can relate to a degree. But EG, they need to pick up a T-side round pronto, or this one will slip through their fingers. This is the equalizer, and this is the buy round. With every round at this point comes a 2-for-1. Yeah. EG need bomb plants at a bare minimum, but even at this point, that's not enough.
Yes, something that's been, you know, been wonderful to see since this swap of sides is 9Z in that first half. They looked very, very unconfident, especially on NQZ and Buda. They didn't look like they wanted to fight really ever, but suddenly they're a lot more involved. They're playing these fun little gimmicky setups over the ward ramp. They have great trade potential, really clean rotates thus far.
NQZ is getting more involved on the CT AWP than he ever did on the T side, right? He was
pushed all the way up outside. Like
he was cowering away. This should be an open opening kill. The question is, can he get out? I mean, firstly, he's got to hit the shot. Not easy, and he's missed it as well. Automatic won't bite back. He'll let him escape. But still, it's put a bit of fear in EG behind these smokes as they try and cross. Is there a flash through? There is. Max goes pop. He goes right through to find automatic. The solo lurk outside. neaLaN's now going to have to take that role instead. But he's got to move quick because those smokes are soon to fade.
Thank you, Z. This is it. There we go. The AWP strike. Cirque on the receiving end of it. His AWPing counterpart from the other side has got him out of the server. And now there's a bit of aggression out of buda. Where were these pushes from these two in the first half? It's like different team, different players. And now looking for a 10th round to tie this up after all. neaLaN hot on the heels of the evil geniuses.
Oh, that's
now
terrifying.
a tie game, Hugo. After a 10-5 first half.
Yeah, and it just didn't, there was no life in 90 in that first half. Like you said, where were these pushes? Where were these aggressive plays?
The confidence is building up, man. It's something that you just cannot feign. You can't feign confidence, right? This is the real test as well. Maybe you can do it online. Maybe you can do it in studios. Maybe you can do it online, but hell, doing it in front of thousands of fans, entirely different story. These are all really nice exits from neaLaN, but that's all it is. It's still a 10th round for the neaLaN squad.
Yeah, a little bit of damage, but won't hold any effect until EG start to pick up rounds on this T side. Similarly lifeless. And when you're getting flash through the smoke walls as well, something EG never even had to attempt, they shut it down in the lower site. They're not even making it to secret. Only in body bags. Bye for neaLaN. Pistols on the rest of the gang. But neaLaN are still feeling confident. Max has taken that flash to cross all the way to red. EG are holding for him. If he goes any further, he should be a dead man here. neaLaN's got the cover. Will he pull nades at the wrong time, though, is the question. No, but it doesn't matter. He doesn't hit the shot. Bit of a messy one for neaLaN. Max finds that opener. Sure, AK can be juggled over at a bare minimum. But we still need a hero here for EG because neaLaN are picking up steam. When you're getting locked at a yard this hard, there is almost no way to get back in the game, especially when it's one man doing it. A is still protected well. Max is going to confirm whether these smokes are real or fake. It's just Cirque moving behind them. He's here. Cirque's faking it. No one's even committed. This is a fake that will go nowhere. They know he was aggressive outside. They will never clear it, and Max doesn't even want to be patient. He's pushing. He's flanking.
Honestly, like, the tables have turned. You can feel it. neaLaN are not the same team they were in that first half. They're believing now. They have the info on this round. They know that it's the A play, and Max murders them all.
I love that. Max almost flanked. He walked to blue to check it. He fully cleared it. He went, you know what? I know what they're doing now. They're going A. I may as well just come through main and be part of that 4 stack on the top side. No help even needed. Max does it solo dolo, and neaLaN do them dirty. 11-10, 6 in a row. They take the lead back.
And literally yesterday on this map, one of the things we attributed to EG was their resilience, their ability to turn it all around. They were 7-0 down, then they won 8 in a row to close out their first half versus IHC. They then went on to pick up a pretty dominant win there, right? And we were kind of saying, you know, testament to the coaching staff. Vorborg obviously involved. We were saying testament to the guys for being able to keep their heads in it. Well, this is an even bigger test.
Yeah.
Now, you were backstage before. Now you're up here in front of thousands of folks. That's
it's only in the Negev.
That's a little Negev dropped in spawn.
1,600 in
Still,
the bin.
far from ideal, considering you're now on the back foot. You can't afford to be making mistakes like this.
Yeah, Breezy's got no helmet, so I imagine it was him, right? Luckily, only one A1S in play, but even so, just shows where the minds of EG are at right now. Panic setting in, misclicks, and missed opportunities, but Cirque won't fall for them. Finds his opening kill. It's a huge scalp. The hero of this half. Max is dead. NQZ has the AWP down lower. David might have to reinforce that top side, but he chooses against it. Breezy was holding that main wrap. I think they're coming in on an A split right now. Smokes are going down. Bomb back in the lobby. David doesn't know which way to look. Automatic is going to go full sending through the garage smoke. Breezy's just committing off of that smoke. He sees an opportunity and he takes it. Lovely move. catching buda switching back to the primary. David goes back up then, but if he walks through door, he is walking into a stack of players.
Oh, trying to play around the smoke fade, but it's so tenuous. Breezy's right there, David right there, and he's going to win that first fight. But split through heaven, split through main. They're coming from everywhere. They're in the walls. neaLaN with a main peek, going to win that fight to David. DGT re-aggroing into the lobby. That could have been the bomb caught, but instead, Zerg makes it in, and with the A site lost, that opportunity's kind of sailed on by. You drop the bomb in lobby, maybe you had a chance here. Instead, you're going to be left saving.
It'd be a shame to even see a save here. Again, like, look at the money. It's massive. Sure, that can catch up very quickly, but I'd like to at least see some exit attempts from 90. There were some rounds where they were saving in the T side where it felt like they could have done so much more with the positions they had. Sure, pretty unwinnable anyway, so it's not the end of the world. EG finally break through with the T side round. It took them some time. Off the back of Zerg's opening kill. He's had a couple of pathing attempts, right? He's gone for that door pick. No one faced him in main. Finally, he gets a boost up late and catches that aggressive outside cross that has been consistently coming through from 9Z. Back to the drawing board. It's still something that isn't guaranteed to be reproducible. EG still needs some depth. One round is nice, but it has to be the building block, the foundation of a big T side.
Plus, you know, I think like even looking at what this game kind of signifies for how this is all going to pan out, right? When you're at the 1-1 and you can still go 2-1 up in the BO1s, that is such a huge advantage,
I don't think anyone was having either of these teams to go through to the Legend stage. Sure, no guarantees here, but yeah, for sure, one of them is close.
And having to win, you know, 2 BO3s, it's just a world of difference to the 1 BO3 required the other way around.
Oh no, nightmare!
All right, smoke spam served 9Z well. 2 out of the round early. Breezy quite the scalp to find, and Automatics joined him beyond the grave. EG gonna have to start looking elsewhere for ideas in this one.
Dude, you could argue a save on a map like Nuke. It's so hard to do anything in these positions. They have no map control. They have 2 smokes, can't even throw a full wall. And they've lost their heavy hitter as well. This is a test for neaLaN. Meanwhile, a testament from 9Z. Creeping outside late, Max. Not as aggressive as he has been, no need to be. Holding for the main split will allow them to cross towards Secret. Have that B site, say 90, but EG, if they want it, they've got to go soon, and they don't know that this is the one gap in the round. They can take it, but they can't wait too long. 38 seconds. Zerg waiting for a pick that won't present. He makes noise. That's getting hurt by Max, no doubt about it. And so already 9Z start to figure out what's going on. They're going to just play a retake on the lower site. But the longer EG take to do this, the more players can start to shuffle down ramp, shuffle down Secret on a flank, maybe even drop vent. 15 on the clock, DGT is here. The plant should come through in the smoke, but converting this will not be easy.
DGT, good smoke spam. Oh, Zerg! Whoa! He tried to go back in, but sandwiched between the vent and the Secret wrap. He's dead. neaLaN holding inside of the site, but boy, does he have his work cut out for him. 2 from Ramp, 1 from Decon. And actually, they're going to double up on the latter. 90, they wait for a moment. Now they hit the go button. neaLaN shot in the back. Hex got to do it alone, and with 4 kills to his name, he's not the hero. He's not the guy for the job. Not cut out for it. 9Z up on a 12. Keep the lead in their favor. They're not going to let EG back into this one easily.
Yeah, that's very calm for 9Z. Even though they have a 5-on-3, they don't panic. They allow that lower site to get taken. And even while it does, DGT is just laying down damage through the smoke anyway. There was never a round that EG could convert after they lost those first 2 picks through smoke. And you got to say, it's just unlucky at that point, that opener of the round. But good to see 9Z stay calm in these chaotic situations. Rounds away, 4 of them, from taking this series. Or fight outside, and that is the make or break. NQZ quiet on T-Half, comes in big with a pick. Oh, this angle is impossible to take down. buda on top of Silo. EG thinking wisely against it, not facing there, saves their bacon. Another wall coming down. What will they do with it?
Oh, Max. It's close. It's all damage. It's all going to help out in the long run. EG creeping past these outside smokes, Max.
They're pushing door together.
Yeah, they want aggro here, right? Don't really know what's happening outside, so going to try and take lobby away. Standard protocol here out of 9Z, and Hexter's at least traded it, denying this lobby take, denying the lobby control. EG starting to wrap the heavens, starting to set up for an A-side split, but the bomb is alone in lobby.
None of this matters. This A play isn't going to work. Hex has to get past an AWP. If this hits a shot, the round is dead. Doesn't matter how good your positions are. How much? Oh, he's gone back to the ramp, and he's been caught in between two as well. Hex needs to go now. Awkward. He needs to activate and get that cross off. The Molotov's only going to push him back into the lobby, and neaLaN has to dive through the Molotov. What a heroic play. What a saving grace. And EG in a 3-on-1 have broken through on that top site.
neaLaN just hit us with the leave no man behind, man. He dives through the molly. He runs it at the risk of his own life just to try and safeguard the entire round, and it works. That's the wildest part.
He ran through his own Molotov. Unbelievable. EG, they managed to take it. They were in that exact same position in the first half, right? That exact same thing happened to 9Z with the bomb getting trapped in lobby and Breezy shutting it down from the door. Difference is neaLaN's not afraid to take matters into his own hands. Psychopathic play. But it's what EG needed to win that round. This one is on a seesaw right now. It could go either way, Harry. Ooh. If EG hit A, this flank will be fast.
A lot faster than they're ready for as well. They haven't really had to worry about too much aggression coming through at ramp. DGT's wanted to get involved very, very early in this round.
Oh, they got the bug molly through the wall as well. It's going to burn out rafters.
This hit. Flash is going in. EG starting to spearhead this push. It's Hexed with the opener. You said it's been a quiet day for him, but this one kill, that was meant to be the kill that gets them into the A site. It's not. David's repelled it. And now they hold, waiting for this re-aggro in the lobby, but I mean, the momentum's been sucked out of the round. The push is dead. The round might be dead with it. A 2v4, and as they lean into ramp, are they ready for this aggro? DGT looking to lock it in. Oh, bested by CSGO. There's still a ways to go in this clutch. 1v4, turn 1v3. CSGO's got his weapon of choice, but is he the man for the job?
I don't think you want many other players in this position, but even so, it should be impossible with this hut roof spot for David. CSGO looking up, but the timing eludes him, and David shuts it out. 9Z holds solid, rock solid on the A site, round after round after round. EG cannot break through, and it almost seemed like they were in two minds with that one as well. Automatic was trapped behind the door smoke, maybe calling for a flash that CSGO didn't have, but even though Hex got that entry, they shuffle out A, and Automatic is trapped by utility. Molly, smoke, you name it, they got it. EG couldn't even split that as a unit. The util saves it for 9Z, with David on this top site, whether it's through smoke or right in the face, he has provided.
Man, and this could be the defining round right here, right now. EG are all in. Like, they don't have anything left in the bank account if this one goes against them. And so suddenly 9Z would be in pole position in a very big way. They would be in that power position. Right at the end of regulation, and EG would be running out of money.
And a wall has been broken here as well. The smokes aren't in the right place, so they can't even get down. A bit of taste of his own medicine. David does get spammed.
That's a huge kill to have found.
Snuck right through. Breezy takes that opening kill, but EG still wanted to commit to secret in this round, and that got denied by the broken wall. And so now this is one for neaLaN. This is a mid-round moment. Caught with a missed shot. Breezy finds two. It's been the best way to get picks for EG so far. Just send Breezy out on a solo hunt through the door. And even though he has the weakest weapon in the round, he's given us the 2 kills that matter most. Max misses that timing. Automatic makes it down. And EG have been fine with just sending one man through this position. Let's see what Automatic can get away with. He's going to clear a lot of the map right now. It might be tempting to try and meet him with a vent dive later. It would be up to buda to stop it if so. Main split denied. Max is ready. Now they're going to poke their eyes on that A site, knowing who he was meeting and where he was meeting them. Smoke spam. Automatic 20 seconds. They've got to meet him from ramp.
DGT is here, gonna hold the line with the first, now ducking out of there. 10 seconds on this one. The bomb's right behind him. Automatics missed the timing of Vent. They're going back for Digi, and while they do, flush him out the rotator here. Automatic shifting this one in on Annual. He's doing it all alone. Dead to Buda, and a 1v2 ensues now.
He's got flashes, he's got kits, he's got time, but EG have got a crossfire split already. One man goes over the top. Breezy can see his legs as soon as he comes through that door, and it's done. EG find it first, 13. Even score. This one is a roller coaster. How does Automatic save it after those missed timings? They clutch it out. They hunt down DGT, who makes the right call to back out here. But you wonder, you have to wonder, if he held on and looked for a multi-kill, he could have ended the round at ramp. He makes what is typically the safe play, but that pushes him into Automatic, the player that Max never saw cross.
Mate, what? Like, credit to Automatic on the decision-making there as well, you know? Like, we saw how close those timings were to going awry. We saw how even a moment of hesitation there and then would have made all the difference to how that round pans out. It's that sudden realization, I've got to help them, I've got to go back, I've got to help deal with this man in the site, and then immediately care for that rotate on the vent drop. And to have won both of those fights in that fashion, I mean, neaLaN was certainly not ready for it, right? That much is for certain. That is your left and right hook. And now neaLaN might be a little bit staggered. We got to see, can they dust themselves off? Can they rise to the occasion all over again?
What a test for neaLaN, because so many of these rounds that EG have had planned have been completely shut out by utility from neaLaN, and he's had to call stuff on the fly. Another example, they wanted to go for that A split, but they end up just rushing ramp with 15 seconds, and they still win it. Unbelievable save. Max aggressive outside. It's a double setup. He's got cover from above. No silo split above him. No twists moment. Instead, a stick to ramp. DGT. We call it area of the box that no one checks. Well, will EG buy that?
I've seen so many players be betrayed by not checking this position, and EG might just get their names added to that list. DGT here, 1 kill, they don't even know. The silencer. Oh, it sailed EG down the river. And even though they get into the B site, even though they've got this chance at the plant, they're at quite the deficit. A 3v5 they've got to hold on to. Automatic with a late lurk. Might have to be the hero, might have to be the guy to try and save the day. Dealing with David is huge. Automatic, there's that vent rotate that we talk about. Now he is getting wrapped himself. The flanker has become the flanked as Max drops down the vent late. He's going to be a nasty surprise that Automatic shouldn't be ready for, and he's not. Automatic dead, knocked out of the round. Cirque and neaLaN have got to do it.
It's a backside plant, they've got to move quickly as well. They're already on it, and the cover's there. neaLaN can't save it, they're off the bomb. They get off the stick, they win the fight, but there's no time. EG do it, 14. Max with no kit, and I thought that plant would let them down, but neaLaN comes in clutch again. Much as how he did yesterday, this captain puts the team on his back. 1v3.
neaLaN trying to silence any doubters as to why he was brought into this squad. He's been a consistent nuisance, a consistent problem, and someone who, when you put him in those clutch moments, when he really has to deliver, it feels like you do get mileage out of him.
What an upsetting round to lose, given that was a 5-on-3 and they let them get into the lower site. They felt like DGT did enough on ramp. He should have. He could have. But Automatic's lurking as well has come in clutch in these last couple of rounds, and look at what it's done. We were talking about EG finances. Well, it's the CTs that face problems first. Put the pistols, 1 gun saved for Max. Have to play for overtime. A wall that must land. No excuses, no Molotovs to get in the way. And no errors made, they will connect. EG trying to cross towards lower, and I love this call. They've got almost everyone here. Breezy on the lurk alone. They're not entrusting Hex with it. Automatic flicks back to save the day. The spam from Max won't connect the kill, and EG just shuffle their way down lower. definitely, yeah, this is almost a guaranteed round for EG off positions alone. First time they've done this. And Breezy, a safe pair of hands just in case 9Z get curious. They're going to leave a man in vent just in case. Breezy could cover that drop instead if he wants. The door has been blown off at the start of the round. This was the master plan the entire time. He's going to activate, though. This could be risky. They're right above him. He doesn't know. He might be gifting guns over here, just hunting kills. I think he believes A is clear. Don't tell me they're going to rotate out. Don't tell me they're going to make that mistake, because there's 2 CTs in the site and 1 will trade.
That's a bit of a jump scare, but yeah, man, they've already run amok down on lower. They were never going to react to that info. They were literally right there, moving into the site. Sure, you've given them a Galil, but I think you can stomach that if you're EG. You're up onto 15 now. You're starting to wipe the sweat off your brow after a 10-5 first half in EG's favor. It was actually 9Z in the lead for the longest while in this second half of play. It looked like they were going to run away with the game, but once more, we're stood here crediting EG for their resilience in games where it does feel like it's getting away from them.
Yeah, it would have been so easy to lose this game after that streak of 9Z, right? Like, they went absolutely ham at the start of this half. 6 in a row. Reset EG immediately as soon as EG found their first round. We've had so many smoke spams, so many opening kills for 9Z, and this will be a heartbreaker to lose. After it felt like it was in the palm of their hand, but it's not done yet. 4 buy round, final chance to find 2 in a row to keep this game going.
Sometimes it's up against 15 when, you know, it's all or nothing. It's try something or face defeat, but the rounds can sometimes come up nicely. Cirque ready with this util for a top site hit. Very patient on this one, but eventually that silence must be broken. Util going into A. It's the first volley of Util, it's the first pump. You're gauging the reaction. You're seeing what 9Z do in response to this.
Yeah, they've gotten almost everything out of them already. 1 Molotov left. Sure, there's 3 smokes in play, but this is a good trade of utility for EG just to put this round now to gunfights. Oh, that smoke spam. It's been the undoing of evil geniuses all day long. No one wants to make the first move nor mistake. 40 seconds though as the util sets back up on the roof. Cirque has to set his team up for success.
Smoking at the door is pretty brutal, man. By the time that's faded, you're looking at about 14, 15 seconds left. So you're really leaving this one down to the buzzer.
4 players
in the site for 9Z. They've got everyone in the right place at the right time, and this one's coming down to the wire. David with the first. Kills going either which way, but 9Z hold the line, and they're looking to make this a 30-round game after all. 14-15 and 1 away from OT.
And QZ as well. First multi-kill in a long time for this guy. Comes in with 3 kills on the backside. That was excellent, especially as EG actually go up a man there for a moment. They were 4 on 3. Shut out by NQZ. Second multi-kill round of the map. And Heroics here to keep it going. There was no question about it. When a re-smoke came down a ramp at 20 seconds, 9Z knew exactly where that play was ending up. Far too obvious for EG. I would love to see them try for with the smoke wall again. 9Z call out their final timeout. If we hit overtime, Zach will play no part. EG have to stay calm. No doubt their hearts are racing right now.
You can't even begin to imagine what this must feel like for him. All right, I mean, this is it. This is what you've been believing in the whole damn time, that you could pull it back to an OT, that you could get these 2 rounds in a row to run it back in bonus play. Now we find out if they can.
Oh, Max again. This has been such a heroic play every single time, and he's never gone this far. It's always been smoke spam, it's always been garage, it's always been red, it's never been secret. In a pivotal position, the automatic must clear, and again, the smokes are not there. They're going to try and split main. Automatic on a late lurk instead. There's neaLaN getting caught, and Max follows up as well. 2 kills, miss spray. There's an opportunity after all.
Yeah, but still too strong here, 9Z. They've got the hold. They're trying to lock this one in, doing damage. Hex throwing into the clutch. It's a quick reaction, a quick shot back in response, and a 1v2 that he now finds himself in. Time to call this one off. Time to back out of there. The tides are changing now, and Hext, he's going to take a moment to compose himself. Time is the only thing on his side. Max is already moving into ramp. Max is one step ahead. Hext is going to get caught. Oh! The Tech-9's hit, and now the 1v1 ensues. Hext is believing.
He could silence this entire arena. Tries to fake footsteps, but I can assure you no sound will be heard. 1,000 people praying on his downfall. But he will not be deterred. However, this position for DGT might be the make, might be the break, might be overtime. Hext has to go A. He has to cross past this A1S.
This is his moment. This is his opportunity. Out he goes, makes it into the back of the site. DGT.
He's got it.
He's going to have to plant. DGT can't hear this. Now looking to move in. It's a 1v1 to decide it. And the swing, it's won by DGT. The clutch is denied, and we run this one back in overtime.
One sink. It's kind of backside.
Yeah, it's offline for us.
Going through this. On the right side, on the right.
You got it. You have it.
Nice!
Let's go!
neaLaN, baby. You're broke. Wait, he ran with.
So the expectations for the major, of course, are very high, but we need to enjoy every single moment. I think that's the most important part. You cannot jump from the bottom to the top of the mountain. We need to go part by part. So we're gonna do our best because we did practice very hard and we did our best. So we're gonna focus on part by part and just go up one by one and play team by team, and that's it.
What a wild affair we're getting right now. I mean, dude, this has been a crazy matchup. These two 1-1 teams both playing their hearts out here, and it all culminated in round 30 with a stellar attempt at a clutch on the big stage from Hext, shut down by DGT to safeguard the comeback for 90. Now we end up in overtime, Hugo. Now we end up in bonus play. And the rulebook, well, it goes out the window when we get here.
Absolutely, and you got to keep in mind, right, 9Z, they're the only South American team to even take a map as well in this tournament. Brazilians have had trouble, but this God squad, this South American mix has held strong and continues to do so even into overtime. Look at this boost up. Don't see this one every day. Bit of a gap over the door smoke.
It's crazy, right? It's 9Z and it's Furia, the ones trying to make all that difference, which it is just wild. Automatic. Getting aggro over the wards outside. Has been shut down. Max with the opener. Breezy. Okay, Breezy. Trying to go for a bit of a contact play out through the door. He's found himself deep within this A site, but back turned potentially to the wrong man. Instead, he's going to turn on a dime, flush that out. Hext with a trade and a 2v3 now available. 9Z aren't scrambled yet. They've still got this AWP in the hut, and that's an unknown factor. Really, I think that's the last thing you're expecting if you're EG.
Yeah, he's still in the same position. They could dive down the vent right now. They just have no idea where anyone else is. There could be that early lower player. Max is still alive, often crossing secret, crossing outside. EG hold. They don't want to make a move, but 9Z are piecing it together, getting more and more information. Max might even set up for a big flank as well. Always an option. NQZ gets out of the hut and gets back to anchor A. 35 on the clock. Good shot. Hex low, another clutch, another 1v3. He couldn't do it in regulation, and he can't clutch it in overtime. The AWP at the back holds strong again, just as it did to find that 14th for 9Z. A sigh of relief to find the first. It's been a game of CT sides. And the longer this game goes on, the louder the South Americans get, the more hyped, the more fist bumps, the more screaming. EG looking more stoic than ever. Can feel this one slipping through their fingers. Yeah, you know, eventually the kind of shock, the nerves, the shock and awe of being up on the stage, it does start to subside. You know, you've been up here for 31, heading into 32 rounds now. This is where it starts to, you know, put you in your element. This aggro in the lobby is nice. 9Z pulling aggro plays out again. Something that was kind of a miss in the first half of this game. David and Max with kills apiece on the lobby aggro, and an immediate reaction to reinforce this lower site once you've stripped lobby away, knowing that EG don't have many options here. They don't have that path, an easy path into the A site. So many rounds this bomb has been trapped in T-spawn with no support. neaLaN's had to come in and help him because Automatic has already set up for the Heaven Wrap. He can get up the ladder right now if he wants, and QZ will not see it, but Automatic is in no hurry. His team need to even clear the lobby before he gets into position. Right below, Surge, shot in the leg, doesn't know where to look, and goes tumbling down. The wide angle even spots that player going up Heaven, and while neaLaN lands himself a frag, this one's falling apart. 20 seconds, nice molly, but he needs to get that bomb.
Automatic tries to come running in, but shut out of the round.
Nice.
neaLaN's dealt with 2. 9Z, they're believing. They're refreshed. They're taking lobby away. They're forcing you to commit to A plays that you don't want to commit to.
I'm loving the aggression. What a great time to call it, right? Obviously in overtime, you always say you get Strapbook out the window, but that's because you have that breathing room. You can make a mistake. You're not facing 15. You're not on the edge of defeat. You can afford to push and prod, take real estate, risk a man, and a triple push in lobby shreds EG 2 in a row.
Zerg relegated to a Tech 9 in overtime. so far from ideal. You said it's been a CT-sided game. Max, he started getting away with murder towards outside. On this occasion, maybe misses the timing. Surely he goes back for it, but oh my God, like ships in the night. They've gone past each other. Sure, neaLaN's caught, but automatic was never known about. He's like an apparition. He's a wizard. He's not supposed to be in this position.
He has to win this round for them. I mean, he needs to go heaven right now. He might even have to take this kill first. The AWP is right there on his plate. Free kill. He's looking for a double, and he's got it. Easy done. Ramps open up, and EG can drop down lower as they run the Molotov.
That is massive. And if you're 90, you have no idea what's just happened. You don't know where the hole was. You don't know how deep it goes. But David comes into lower, and he's swinging, looking for a win. Hex trades him out, and a 3v2 as the action down on lower subsides for a moment. It's plant denied. Max swings the doors, a 2v2, and Max trying to get out of there, trying to play the long game. He waits at ramp. He's seeing that the bomb is still trapped in behind the silo. Max rears his head out again. Surely not twice. Surely not, right? No. He's going to catch them once more, trying to get that bomb down, and they've got no idea. Automatic's gone, and it's a flawless OT from neaD.
That should be it, surely. Surely. Yeah, the T-sides are troublesome, but they are looking like a different team entirely. David's work in the first half of regulation was empty. No one could help him.
When that flank from automatic isn't winning you the round, when that double from all that space taken from the timings here isn't enough to do it, you're in a bad place.
No one's even watching. No one's covering. EG are capitulating in front of your very eyes, and neaLaN are here to pick it up. Automatic. He sees that quick rush outside. They got the garage smoke. neaLaN already pushing players in the yard. Sending a message. NQZ couldn't find openers on the AWP in regulation, but now he's tasked with doing exactly that on his own. The rest of neaLaN's setup lobby. Force the util out of EG. Get some smokes, get some mollies. Make sure they use all they've got. But it will be this ramp group. Cirque turns from the flash, hits his shot, jumps back. neaLaN's there as well. The double setup does the duty for EG. They got to go back and into NQZ. He's opened up A. He can't find a second. Hexed on top of the hut, and they have hit a brick wall.
Yeah, it's got to slow down now. You've got to hope you can milk something in the mid-round here. 2v4, so far from ideal, but a nice timing hit. The last thing they expect is Max to have run just a full gauntlet outside. No smokes down, no util there, and he's made it past this AWP at CT.
What's this? Max on the CT side again? He lives in lower. And he's even got the bomb. If he's ballsy, he could just stick it. DGT can cut down the best point of rotation in the event, but he wants the kills first. He wants to weaken this defense, and Hex gets caught but traded at least. Max is just going to send it. Smoke on the site. Plant stuck. 1v3 to end the map.
The heart's beating fast. The drums are beating faster. Max in this 1v3. Gonna need to do something impeccable. Playing around the smoke, 32 kills deep. He is the man for the job. He's the one you want, and an AWP shot goes past him, but Breezy's there to capitalize. EG keep it afloat. They deny that attempt at the clutch. Max gives it his damnedest, gets the bomb down lower, has an opportunity in the 1v3, but EG are quick to react. They don't give him the space. They don't give him the opportunity.
But Brazil gives them the energy. Surely should be enough to push them over the line. 2 more chances to find 1 round. Moving off the AWP now is NQZ. Wants that money for the loss, just in case, the insurance policy. Cirque has his. neaLaN. The one thing that's been wrecking this game has been the smoke walls. Both teams, again, missing them. I have no idea. No excuses, no Molotov in the way, just gets it on the top of red. These are massive mistakes, and these ruin your fakes. EG know it's coming into that top site. Breezy is there for a kill. Even though he's traded, neaLaN can call this off. They don't need to commit. They've wounded EG. They've broken through, but they won't full send it. However, automatic will.
Oh, automatic, man. He's in the back line. He's flushing them out. Now, you get that info. You're very, very tempted to have reacted there, to go back and try and get that trade, but too much time elapses, and so now you've got to focus on what's ahead. You can't backtrack. You've got to try and make something for this. A man down. Looking to take Ramperum. 9Z. Bated breath as we all look on. Cirque waits in hell. Holding with the orb. Just waiting for someone to give him this peek. He's not looking to contest ramp. He's not looking to put a stop to a ramp take. That's the responsibility of this lower player. In automatic. Nah, instead, Cirque's here to deny a heaven ramp, here to deny the A play, and keep the info in good standing for EG. The rotates are available as long as heaven's in check. They can drop down the vents. Automatic's been here the whole damn time. They know right now no one can be down through the secret stairs. David and the rest of the gang are walking in.
15 seconds, they've got to get it down with no nades. Someone has to cover the door. Could it be the collapse? Could it be automatic? Stopping it in time? It certainly might be. Quick second plant attempt. DGT gets it down in the safest spot he can, but they're still going to run right at you. 3 players down the vent. David turns back and he dies, and DGT needs a clutch, or it's EG finding a second. Missed shots. There it goes. 17 rounds on the precipice of a double overtime. EG want to run it back. T sides. What a problem.
Neck and neck, man. You've said it already, but a game of CT sides, and it really does feel like the straw that breaks the camel's back here is that first T-side round getting put up in OT.
neaLaN lets Hex take the AK over him, even though he has 11 more kills than him. Oh, good, he has a rifle at least. He goes back to buy. I was wondering, they had the money. A little late out of spawn for EG, but that's fine. The util's down and they've slowed everything up. These smokes, man. This is that's 2 smokes in the same
crazy.
lineup.
They're not being mollied, and they are both throwing the same smoke. And because they're not committing with the outside smokes, they don't know this. They're throwing them as fake and then sending no one down behind it, so they don't realize they're both throwing the same damn smoke.
The same thing happened to them round after round, and now EG are stacked on A. It's what let EG down just at the end of regulation. But neaLaN don't even know the mistakes they made. Like you said, EG are ready for this hit. They know it's coming. Hex is pushing into the lobby. This is it. The swing kill, the opener, tucked in the corner.
Hex has given up the game. They know he's here. They know he's close, but just about getting out of the danger zone for now. Run out by Max. Breezy's got to hold the line here. Breezy's going to have to do it, and he can't hold on. Automatics up the vent. Nearly a lineup, but nearly's not close enough. 1 kill away, and it's just Cirque through the molly, through the fire, and out of the round. 9Z do it in OT, Hugo.
What a sigh of relief. What a comeback. A 10-5 half. And an empty T side. neaLaN could not piece anything together. It takes them an overtime, but they finally close it out, and that is a disaster for EG. Even with the mistakes of neaLaN, even with the util letting them down, they pick it back up. Their players stand tall. David with a monster game. Max saved that CT side.